We're tackling the critical IATA regulations for shipping biological specimens, a key topic on your phlebotomy exam. The exam will expect you to differentiate between two main categories of infectious substances. First is Category A, identified by the code UN 2814, which is for infectious substances that can cause permanent disability or life-threatening disease in otherwise healthy humans. Think of cultures of anthrax or brucella. Next is the much more common Category B, or UN 3373, which applies to biological substances like most routine diagnostic specimens, such as blood or urine being tested for cholesterol or non-highly infectious diseases. An exam question might give you a scenario, for instance, shipping a blood sample from a patient with a suspected but unconfirmed high-risk pathogen. You must know to classify this with extreme caution, likely as Category A until proven otherwise. A common exam trap is to misclassify a specimen. Remember that if a substance is capable of causing fatal disease, it falls under the stringent rules of UN 2814. For both categories, the core of safe shipping is the triple packaging system. Your first layer is the primary container, the actual tube holding the specimen, which must be leak-proof. The second layer is a watertight secondary container that must hold enough absorbent material to soak up all the liquid from the primary container if it breaks. The third layer is a rigid outer package that protects the contents from physical damage during transit. The exam will test your knowledge of the function of each layer, not just the names. For example, you might be asked what is required between the primary and secondary containers if the primary contains liquid, and the answer is sufficient absorbent material. Labeling is another heavily tested area. The outer package must clearly display the proper shipping name, like biological substance Category B, and the corresponding UN number in its diamond-shaped label. The full name and address of both the shipper and the recipient must be clearly marked. A common point of confusion involves shipping with dry ice, which has its own classification, UN 1845. The most critical exam fact here is that the outer package must be vented to allow carbon dioxide gas to escape as the dry ice sublimates. An airtight container with dry ice is a pressure bomb waiting to happen. You must also affix a Class 9 hazard label for the dry ice in addition to any other required labels. To remember the packaging and labeling basics, use this phrase, triple packed safe, labels in place. This reminds you of the primary, secondary, and outer layers and reinforces that all required labels, biohazard, UN numbers, and addresses must be correctly affixed before shipping. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.